Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. So saya kira setelah beberapa ketika juga saya tak menghasilkan any new video on any tips dan sebagainya. So hari ini saya akan buat a very short video untuk menjawab satu persoalan yang semakin kerap saya terima daripada pegawai-pegawai muda yang baru menyertai perkhidmatan awam. Okay. Persoalannya ialah, Puan, bagaimana kita hendak memberikan pendapat, memberikan pandangan ataupun komen on a presentation dan sebagainya tanpa membuatkan the other party rasa offended. Okay. First of all, apa sahaja yang kita buat perlulah bermula dengan niat. Okay. Jika kita memang berniat untuk dengan ikhlas memberikan pandangan untuk penambahbaikan, insya-Allah things will went well. Isu yang sekarang ni ialah kerap kali kalau kita lihat individu-individu yang memberikan pandangan di dalam mesyuarat, dalam presentation dan sebagainya mempunyai niat untuk membuktikan yang dia a better person. They are smarter, they understand it better, they are more alert dan sebagainya. So when you have that in your heart, so basically the whole system or the whole body language will transmit that, akan membawa that kind of aura. Jadi sekiranya you ikhlas, you memang hendak memberikan pandangan yang betul-betul berniat untuk penambahbaikan, so you have to start niat sebelum masuk meeting, sebelum dengar presentation dan sebagainya, you berniat yang macam I want to give values, I want to bring values, I want to contribute. So you have that in your heart first, okay? That is the first syarat pertama sekali untuk memberikan pandangan yang baik lah. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is you have to look at the timing. Katalah you look at the presentation and you saw something or some points yang you rasa kurang tepat. So you cannot just jump into that presentation and throw your opinion. That's wrong. That's very wrong. You akan membuatkan orang yang tengah bagi presentation tu ataupun the owner of that presentation akan rasa tak selesa dan offended lah, macam you are trying to correct them. So that's wrong. So you have to go back to the rules of the meeting atau rules of the presentation. What have been agreed from the beginning? Adakah Q&A session we go at the end of the session, or you can stop them at any time, ataupun you have to look at the flow. Kalau dibenarkan untuk stop people when they do presentation, you still have to look at the flow. Meaning that masa dia tengah bagi presentation, masa dia tengah bercakap dengan tengah emphasize on things, you still cannot stop them macam tu je, sebab you akan langgar dia punya flow of thoughts. Okay, so you have to be very smart on deciding when to stop them and when to throw your ideas. Okay, that's number two. Number three ialah when people do presentation or people discuss any matters in a meeting, what you should do is that before you give your opinion, you have to ask a lot of questions. You have to ask a lot of questions to show that you are interested to understand that particular subject. Jadi maksudnya they will feel that you are not just trying to correct them, but you have genuine interest on that particular subject, and you also put effort, you also put your time to understand that particular subject. So basically, you are also putting effort. You're not just correcting them, you're not just telling them the mistake that they are doing. Okay, so that's number three. So the first one is niat, the second one is timing, number three is ask a lot of question, number four is you have to give suggestion. But the mode where you give suggestion, you have to be very orang kata careful on that, because you don't want to be sound yang macam you are telling people your suggestion is the best suggestion, your suggestion is the best option or the best solution for that particular matters. So you have to play a more diplomatic way, maybe where you can put the element of maybe. For example, macam is there a way where we could also incorporate sustainability in the models? Also, is there a way to meaning that you are saying that maybe we could, so dia macam bukan you are instructing them and you are telling them you are correct. Maksudnya macam we have to put sustainability blah 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 blah. So kalau you buat macam tu, macam you are giving an instruction. So you have to play a more diplomatic ways in suggesting, where you, macam I kata tadi, you put the element of maybe. Could we explore something like blah 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 blah? Ataupun macam saya kata tadi, is there a way where we could incorporate sustainability in the models? So the mode where you want to throw your ideas, you want to throw suggestion for recommendation, is you are putting a maybe punya mode, where you are telling them that there is something to be explored. It's not an instruction to follow. Okay, so that's how you put your suggestion, supaya orang akan rasa yang they are not totally wrong, but there are few other angles that they maybe haven't looked into, and you are coming from that particular angle. Okay, that's number 4. Number 5 is that okay, number 5 ni basically it should comes before number 4, where sebelum you bagi you punya recommendation for improvement dan sebagainya, you have to acknowledge the good parts of the discussion or the good parts of the presentation. Okay, sebab when people come up with a presentation ataupun come up with a papers to discuss any matters dan sebagainya, they have put effort in it. Okay, so you have to acknowledge the effort. It's not just the orang kata the mistake or the weaknesses. They must have strong points ataupun they must have some strength from the presentation, some good points from the presentation, so that when you highlighted the point, like for example you were saying that you can say macam I like the whole ideas of the presentation that we discussed just now, because for me, when I look at it, it covers the holistic views of the development, blah 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 blah. And just now there's 2 models that I like, where option 1 and option 3, where if you look deeper into that, it carries the meaning of blah 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 blah. Sebab macam saya kata, when people came out with a presentation ataupun come out with the papers, they have put effort. So when you acknowledge their effort, you are giving them orang kata some compliment, some acknowledgement, so they'll be more open to hear your suggestion and also your recommendation and your comment, because dia rasa macam you are not just targeting them, you're not just correcting them, but you acknowledge, you nampak the strength ataupun you nampak the effort, the good things that they have done. So when you do that, when you highlight the good points, you are making them feel more comfortable, and they start open their mind, open their heart to be, orang kata, to be more receptive towards your opinion and your ideas. Selepas tu barulah you go, macam kata tadi number 4 tadi, barulah you bagi you punya suggestion of improvement, which you can use a maybe note macam tu, maybe mode lah, maybe mode, supaya diorang tak rasa yang you are giving them an instruction. Okay, so those are few simple tips, but I think it's really effective. So start orang kata practicing it. So when you practice it, it became part of your your approach, and it will come natural for you in the future, right? Good luck.